Good evening. My name is Geraldo. Today I will be speaking about the television and its effect on its viewers. The TV was invented in the early 1920s, almost 100 years ago. In those years, TV has evolved in many ways. In today's day, we flip through many channels, and sometimes we even get to the point where we just say there's nothing on the tube and throw the remote on the couch. Through the decades, TV has not only become about shows and movies, but also spawned into small cell phones and iPods and other various electronic devices. So I'd like to just go into a few different areas about the television since it came into existence, and I'd like to start off with some statistics. An average American watches television approximately 4 hours per day. In America, in the household, there is at least one television in 99% of the homes. And there are 3 or more in 66% of the homes. And funny as it may seem, almost 50% of Americans will admit that they watch too much TV. Continuing on with the stats and how they affect our children. Our children watch approximately 1,680 minutes of TV each week, which equates to approximately 25 to 28 hours. On a yearly basis, our children watch about 1,500 hours. In watching, our children are watching many types of shows, and some of these shows can affect them in different ways. A lot of the shows that are available on TV now contain a lot of violence. And continuing on with statistics, on average, by the time a child finishes elementary, the child would have witnessed or seen, viewed approximately 8,000 murders on the television, and approximately 200,000 acts of violence by the time they reach the age of 18. 79% of Americans truly believe that this is a factor which leads into real-life mayhem. Now I'd like to switch over from stats and talk about influences of TV. Influences is that it can lead to serious health consequences, especially in the behavior with children. It is addictive. Approximately 4.7 million children ages 6 to 17 are severely overweight due to watching TV and consuming a high-calorie diet while watching TV. This also affects adults. Approximately 1/3 of adults are also overweight due to this fact. A lot of the shows that our children view involve sex, So it does lead to having sex. It can lead to affecting your grades in school, our children's grades in school. And TV, along with video games, which, here now in modern time, our children play many video games. In combination with watching TV, it has been tested that it could idle, it could slow the development of the prefrontal cortex, which is a portion of the brain that deals with your planning, your organizing, sequencing, behavior for self-control, moral judgment, and attention. So we can see how television can definitely have an impact on our children and the shows that they watch. Now, kind of like on a brighter side, there are some benefits, believe it or not. And let me just cover some of the benefits. One of them being intelligence. And what I mean by intelligence is that there are some shows that require, that have some complexity and require you to exercise the brain and thereby leading to the enhancement of one's intelligence. It opens up the world. I love to watch channels where I can see things from around the world, see how other people live. There's just so many beautiful things that one is not going to be able to see during their lifetime. Laughter. I love to laugh. I love to watch funny shows, funny movies. Laughter's good. It's good to laugh. It's been proven that it can assist in lowering your blood pressure and circulation. So it is beneficial. It's educational and informative. There's a lot of shows out there that you can watch. It also makes exercising easier when one exercises indoors on a treadmill, a stationary bike, versus listening to music only. With the television, you have something that you can see, and just making it a more pleasant experience. It can also bring families together. Of course, you want to keep an eye on what you're watching, but it's also a source of bringing families together. And sometimes some of these shows that we watch can help you strike up conversations, with others, with friends, workmates, classmates, and sometimes you can relate them to real life situations. So basically, in conclusion, what I'd like to say is that over the last 100 years, since the invention of the television, we've come a long way. Television is a part of our life, and how much we see it and what we see affects us all in different ways. So I guess that's something for us to think about. So I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope that you learned something from this speech. Good night.